Good evening, everyone. This is Henry Gambell with simpleroptions.com, and in today's free video I wanted to share a couple of ideas that I've had with you based off of some trade ideas that you could look at into Wednesday. Now, of course, we all know that we've got the Fed meeting on Wednesday, so you're somewhere in between, I guess, one of two camps. Some will just kind of sit to the side and wait until the Fed meeting is through to look for new opportunities. I think that is selling yourself short, where there will still be opportunity in these markets. And remember too that if you sit out through this, there will always be some type of news event that is on the horizon, some type of moving event that the markets will be looking to. To some degree, you exclude yourself from a lot of that action by always sitting to the side. What I prefer to think of, and I do this with every situation, is what is the risk? Because if you can be comfortable with going into that, it doesn't matter what is said or what happens. There's always risk in the market. Define that, and then maybe Wednesday just ends up being the catalyst for it. Now, these ideas, I think, actually find a happy medium between the two of those, because what I'm looking at sharing, and of course it'll depend on where we open up tomorrow too, but I like the idea, and will continue to work the idea, of positions in Netflix that utilize a short $100 call. You can see that that has been fairly effective for some time now, and the move up today was respected once again in relationship not only to the 200-day moving average, but then also in relation to that price that we had right here prior to the last earnings run. So I am still looking at that as being significant resistance in Netflix, and I like the idea of working those with butterflies or just straight up call credit spreads if you're looking for more directional exposure. That is something that I think if you got a gap up tomorrow, you'd have the opportunity to short that. Ideally, we remain soft into tomorrow morning, and then you'll still have time to exit prior to FOMC or hold through it if you've got enough cushion to do so. The opposing side of that, because it also makes sense to keep your portfolio balanced. So the idea of shorting Netflix and then coming in and buying Tesla are two of the main ones that I'll be working tomorrow. Both of these are not maybe the easiest as far as the trend is concerned, but you can see, especially the case of Tesla, we do have some nice oversold readings here, and it's something that while we've got the initial bounce to get started, I think we still have room to make our way up into 211.87, essentially 212, and then the 200-day moving average overhead at 215. So the exact inverse of what I've shared in Netflix is what I will be working with Tesla. If we get any gap down tomorrow, somewhere around 203, I think would be a good opportunity to, if you want to get aggressive, look at the 202 half and try and work that put around some type of strategy there. If you want to be a little bit more conservative, work it around 200 and use that psychological support, ideally to back you. And then of course too, anytime symmetry, in this case the decline that preceded the rally, can also complement a psychological level like that. So in this case, that decline from the high today would give you support at 201.50. That should back the idea of a short $200 put, and that is just one more thing to back the technical analysis in those two ideas. So hopefully that gives you enough to stay involved, areas to find opportunity if you would like to over the course of the next 2 days. And then I also wanted to make sure that you guys were aware of the next webinar that we'll be doing, which is going to be Tuesday night from 7 to 8 p.m. Central Time. This will be John Carter and David Starr to discuss a new voodoo line that he is using with the Dyna range indicators. So the whole trifecta will be based off the voodoo lines, the ready, aim, fire indicator, and now the Dyna range. Here again, I've been using two of those with massive success in my trading, and I'm looking to add on the third and see what they've got. David has been an excellent trader and developer for this type of stuff, and of course John's work speaks for itself. So if that's something you're interested in, you'd like to check it out, that will be tomorrow, Tuesday, September 20th from 7 to 8, and I hope to see you there.